Today I would like to share how I make my foot balm. It's a whipped foot balm recipe, and the first thing that I need to do is to combine all the hard oils, melt them down, combine them to the soft oils, and then add them to the fridge overnight so that they are completely solidified. And then in this state they can be whipped to an amazing foot cream. So this particular recipe here is not available on my main channel, but it is available for my patrons. And if you're interested to know what my patron campaign is, you can check it out in the link down in the description. It is also a wonderful way to support a creator. So this recipe took me a very long time to get it to a point where it is now, lots of tweaks and changes and so forth. So it is a recipe that I absolutely love. Also, I'm going to show a picture here next to show how the oils looked the day before. And the first thing that I'm going to do now is to leave these jars here on the countertop for about half an hour to an hour, depending a little bit how hot your climate is, so that they can be a little bit easier to whip. I'm using these Pyrex jugs here just because they are very sturdy, very stable, very heat resistant, you know, like high temperatures, low temperature, anything. And they also come with a lid. It's very practical, like if you want to stack the butters. So I'm going to pop this on the countertop and then show you how I whip the cream, along with the tips and tricks that you might find useful for it. It's exactly 1 hour later, and I want to see how the mixture is doing. You can see the mixture is already a little bit warming up here on the side, so we can see how the whipping is going to be. If it's too hard, I rather leave it a little bit longer. So for the whisks, these are kind of sturdy whisks. You don't want to use the flimsy ones that come with the mixer, if you know what I mean. It needs to be these really sturdy and stable ones, especially when you're starting off with mixing, because it will be like quite hard to get through the mixture at first. Of course, you want to make sure that everything is disinfected that you are using, and I like to have this spatula rest here, a big one, like a tall one, and a smaller one in case I need it. So I'm starting off. I hope that you can see. The first thing that I am doing, I need to pause the whipping because otherwise you cannot hear me. The first thing that I want to do is just getting through the entire mixture. So I'm going to do that in probably in fast forward motion, and then talk you through the rest. Once you see that the mixture is getting a little bit more soft, you can also increase the speed. Now, once you see that the entire mixture is soft, is when you can increase your speed to fully whip. So this holds 5 of my balm jars, and I'm going to continue to whip it until the volume increases so that I cannot basically continue in this jar, and that's when I know that it will be the volume that I need for my 5 jars. At this point, I'm going to add the essential oil. I'm using peppermint essential oil so that it has really time to incorporate properly. We'll have to make 3 of these batches today. It's an order for a podiatrist. Okay, so again, once your essential oil is in the mixture, you just want to start very slowly. Until you see that it is well incorporated, and then you can continue full blast. Now, as you can see, the volume has dramatically increased, so that means it's now time to put the body butter in the jars. So I have the jars ready here, disinfected and all. I have my scale here. And then I just scoop out a little bit, making sure that I fill the bottom so that I don't have any air pockets there, so to speak. And then I should get the weight. I'm going to try to make it smooth like this. And the first one is ready. Of course, you could also use a stand mixer if you have one, or if you prefer. In my personal experience, I just feel that I have a better control with the hand mixer. But you know, maybe this will change over time. You can also tap it a little bit just to make sure that the air pockets disappear. And it smells amazing. Peppermint essential oil is great for tired feet. It's also a great essential oil to deodorize, you know, or neutralize odors and so forth. in summer you just need to be careful because this recipe tends to melt easily when really, really hot. So now this summer here in Switzerland is also quite hot. So it's a good idea not to leave it in the sun.